Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another dual commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be top 16 of LCS number 8, and I decided to skip over round 8 because I only had one game recorded, or had the replay saved, and that one was table 1, which was Gabriel Nets versus Cam Neal, Virtual World versus Infernoble, and I thought it was going to be a very good match, just because, they're very good players, but it was not a good match. Cam bricked game 1, and then game 2, his combo just got hand trapped and they couldn't play the game. And then Virtual World just kind of did its thing. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to go straight to top 16. So that way you guys can get to see the top cut faster. But we're going to see Pierluigi Sorrentino on Virtual World versus Manuel Kiefer on Shaddoll Dogmatika Invoked. So this is by far, the most rogue deck out of the ones that made it to top 16. And I just wanted to track this one's progress to see how far it would make it. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to see Virtual World win the RPS here, and going to opt to go first. I actually did watch this game live, so I already know what happens, and it is quite interesting. So Virtual World is going to open Upstart, Lulu, Gamma, Skill Drain, and Lalo. I didn't know the opening hands, of course, because I was just watching the game through Dueling Book Spectate. So no idea what their hands were, so now I can kind of talk with a little bit more retrospective nature. But yeah, this hand's it sounds pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. It's a little crusty, because you'd have to normal summon the Lulu here, unless the Upstart finds something. But the Shaddoll player opened Driver, Schism, Fusion, Squamata, and Ecclesia. So 2 bricks, because you definitely only need to play 1, especially in a Shaddoll-centric build where you're sending Shaddoll Fusion monsters to the grave all the time. You can just add this back whenever. Yeah, but Shaddoll Fusion and Ecclesia are also very good cards to draw, so we will see. Upstart can activate to grab a copy of Qinglong. That unlocks the hand quite a lot, because now Lulu can send, or be activated just straight from hand. So gonna activate Lulu, that's going to send Yan to add Chuche to hand. Very good. I like that play a lot, just because, you always want access to this card. It's just a very, very insane card. Lalo is going to come down next. That's going to send Qinglong, and then bring back the Nian. So this is not a tuner since it wasn't brought back by its own effect, excuse me. And then Qinglong is going to activate Engrave next, and that's going to add a copy of Gigi to hand. And then pitch Gamma, dead card. Gonna Synchro 6 for a Charge Warrior. That's going to end in a draw. That's going to draw Kirin, which is very good, because that's like the last one that he was missing. So yeah, the draw is there from Upstart and Charge Warrior coming in clutch. Then he's going to Synchro away for Ulta Maya. So this is how he's going to try and play around Nibiru by summoning Crystal Wing. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th summon. So Nibiru would be dropped here, but then you have Lily as a little bit of a follow-up, and Gigi. And you have Nian Graveyard effect as well. So he's going to set the Chuche, and then use Zulkin to bring out Crystal Wing. And then go for Gigi. That's going to target the spell and then send the trap. That is going to bring back the Nian Yan by its own effect. And then he's going to banish the Chuche to level modulate Nian by +3. And then go for a Synchro 9 for Shen. And then he's going to use Nian to recycle back the Chuche. And then set Skill Drain and just pass play. End phase, resolve Gigi. That's going to add back the Lulu. So he could have actually not recycled off Nian Yan if he wanted to. Like, if he wanted to keep 3 of them banished, and then use Qinglong during his own turn to negate his own stuff, so we have 4 cards banished. That way he could have 2 cards, or 2 pops over Chuche over the course of his opponent's turn and then his own next turn, without having to go through the extra effort. So that was maybe something worth considering. Not going to be that big of a deal in the long run, I don't think, but it's something that I would definitely think about. But play is going to pass over to Shaddoll, who draws Gamma for turn. That is very, very unlucky. But he does have Shaddoll Fusion, and nothing really interacts super well with this, because this is only a macro for cards from the field. So cards in the deck are fair game. Going to summon Apgalome by sending a copy of Wendy and Beast. So now we can structure chain links here to play around Crystal Wing depending. Of course there is a Skill Drain, so that is a the fun card. Fusion does get banished by Shen, of course. He's going to go Apgalome Chainlink 1, target the Shen, but then Beast Chainlink 2, Wendy Chainlink 3, which I found to be a little bit surprising. Because I thought that if you wanted to protect anything, or didn't really care about one effect, it would have been Beast. But looks like You know, you want to maybe try and bait so that Ecclesia would resolve, which is fair. Gonna draw Wendy off the Beast, and then link the Apclone away for Gravity Controller. Shen-Shen's negated now. It is permanent. Crystal Wing is going to negate the Apclone Graveyard effect. Then he's gonna go for Ecclesia, gonna activate that effect, but that is going to get skill drained. Very fun card. Gonna activate, or sorry, set Schism, and that's just gonna be a pass here. Not really a whole lot you can do. Like Virtual World monsters, or he's gonna attack over the Zulkin first, of course. But yeah, like the Virtual World synchros and like just the monsters that they can make are really, really big. So it just ends up being like, you know, they can activate their hand effects no problem because it's all one effect that's in hand, so it bypasses skill drain entirely. Then they can just go into the extra deck toolbox and just beat you down with big vanillas basically. End phase activate Chuche. That's gonna get rid of the Ecclesia so that he doesn't have to put up with any Fleur-de-Lis shenanigans, because similar to the Virtual Worlds, that is also all one effect. Draws a copy of, I believe that was a Nian Yan for turn, so very nice. It could have sent at any point, but I mean, it's still good to have. Gonna use Kirin, and that is gonna be the end of the game. Fair enough, I mean, you can't really play through your skill drain. I don't exactly remember how this game went, so I'm kind of just jogging my memory as things are happening. But going to game 2, we are going to see Shaddoll go first. The opening hand is Lancia, Ariel, the Dear Servant, Fleur-de-Lis, and Sanctum. That is not a good hand. You only have one Shaddoll card, and it's the worst one. Although you do have Nadir Servant, that can kind of help alleviate things, because you can like send Apclone, which is decent. So he's going to use Nadir Servant, and that is going to send Apclone to add a copy of Maximus. And Apclone going to add and send Wendy. Wendy's going to trigger to summon Beast from deck face down. Then he's going to use Maximus to banish the copy of the Apclone, and then use Maximus's effect. That's going to send Ash Dragon, Titaniclad, and Construct, which doesn't have anything to add back, but it is just a name. And in response, Virtual World will send Utopia Beyond and Vermilion Dragon Mech. And he's going to set Sanctum, set Ariel, and then end phase resolve to Titaniclad. That is going to summon a copy of Ecclesia from deck, which will add a copy of Punishment to hand. And then play will pass over. Virtual World's hand is Double Desires, Skill Drain, Red Reboot, Tactics, and Gigi. So Virtual World needs 2 cards to play pretty much at all times, like 2 Virtual Worlds. So this is not a hand you want to see at all. Desires is good, but he's going to get Lancet in standby, so now he can't even use it. So he's going to just pass here with like some sets. Gonna set Gigi, gonna set Skill Drain, set Desires, and then pass. For turn, he's gonna draw El Shaddoll Fusion. He's gonna flip summon Beast and then try and use its effect. That's gonna be Skill Drained. So this is very unfortunate. You could like try Battle Phase tricks, but there's not really anything that's gonna actually present lethal here. Because you're gonna attack over this. This is the only thing that can actually attack over this defense position, GG. So you attack over that, and then it's like 3k, 4k. You can't summon this because there's nothing from the extra deck. You can like, I guess, go Fusion in the battle phase. But then what does that really get you? That's 200 damage short. If he played like an I think, yeah, if he like played an Almirage, he could turn Ariel because it was set. So like normal set. So he can like go Ariel into like Almirage, which he probably is because he's playing Invoked. So yeah, maybe that's the play. Like flip this up, turn it into Almirage, summon Fleur-de-Lis, go battle phase, Beast attack, and then you attack with your Dogmatikas. That's 55, and then you should all fusion, and that's game. Could be a construct with Beast and any of your Dogmatikas. So that's like a very weird line, but it works. Yeah, you can't use Sanctum because you can't conduct your battle phase the turn you use it. So, yeah, I think if you'd gone for that line, it actually would have been game. We're just going to flip these to attack position. I only say this because I already know what he does, and it's not that specifically. Battle phase, going to go for the attack. That's going to attack Gigi, and then attack for 3k. Yeah, 4K. Yeah, I'm just like trying to do the math again. Yeah, it wasn't game. Unless if I think you did it that way. I think it's game. Let me know. Somebody's gonna correct me, as usual. But main phase 2, gonna set punishment and set Shaddoll fusion, and then pass play back. Fraternity's gonna draw phase is gonna use Sanctum. Oh, I think I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna go Sanctum, and then he's gonna summon Scythe. That triggers. Oh wait, no, you can summon a Lancia and then you contribute it for cost too. Yeah. Or like you can summon Scythe and then like that triggers and you can change Shaddoll fusion or L Shaddoll fusion, and then it dodges skill drain that way. It's actually cool plays you can do here. Oh, never mind. He's gonna reboot it. He's gonna pay 2,000 to activate from hand, and then he's gonna set Shaddoll Schism off that. Main phase, gonna use Desires. That's gonna banish 10 and draw a copy of Gigi and Talents. So that's actually not enough to combo still. You needed like a monster plus like Kowloon, or like a monster plus even like Qinglong would have been better. But yeah, this is not gonna be enough. Can't use Talents because there's no monsters being activated here. It didn't even really matter what he banished. He just can't play the game right now. And he's just going to admit defeat. So we're going to move on to game number 3. And we will see Virtual World be going first once again. So the opening hand for Virtual World is Upstart, Reboot, Kieran, Skill Drain, and GG. This guy drew Skill Drain every game, and he drew Reboot game 2 and 3. That's crazy. This guy drew all the 1-0s, and he drew Upstart in 2 games as well. Upstart, I'm going to draw a copy of Kieran. Oh, I didn't go over Shaddoll's hand. It's a Nadir Servant, Shaddoll Beast, Squamata, Ash, and an Invocation. I do wonder if he actually is playing Alistair. I technically didn't see Alistair's, but I'm just going to call it Invoked, just because I knew we saw Invocation. But yeah, we will see. Gonna normal summon GG, and then use Kieran. That's going to be Ash. Yeah, when you see them normal summon, that like tells that their hand is pretty weak. Anything to stop them from getting like Qinglong into the grave and then them just keeping the snowball going is very good. Because then you put them on having like another Virtual World that actually does something, and then they're just forced to pass like this. Gonna set Skill Drain, pass play, draw a copy of L Shaddoll Fusion. So this is a very, very Shaddoll heavy hand right now, because this is also like a Shaddoll card. You're gonna start off with Invocation. You have to, because if you start with Servant, you lock yourself out. Gonna go for Winda. That's gonna trigger Beast and Squamata's effects. Squamata chilling 2. He really is valuing this Beast draw by always chain blocking for the Beast. He's gonna send Dragon though. That's gonna pop the Skill Drain. I guess he just had Intuition, because he did say in chat. Oh, there's the Alistair, so we know it's there. Yeah, he did say earlier in chat somewhere that like he drew the 1-of twice, and now he drew it 1-of 3 times, and he drew this 1-of twice, and he drew this 1-of twice as well. So this guy just draws all the 1-ofs. But yeah, he's gonna draw the Alistair off of the Beast there, which is very, very powerful. And at this point, there is nothing stopping the Invoked player from just completely popping off at this stage. So he's going to link away the Winda for a Gravity Controller, normal summon Alistair, use that effect to add another copy of Invocation to hand. Then he's going to link that off for an out. Oh, he did play out Mirage. Okay, so I mean, obviously, if he's playing Invoked stuff. So yeah, I do think. Oh, alright, never mind. What I said about Amirage was totally wrong. I thought it was normal summon or set. I was thinking Clara and Rushka. That's what I was thinking. Alright, so I know somebody's now going to comment that you can't do that with Amirage, but I realize it now. So, yeah, if somebody makes that comment, then and doesn't delete it, then they didn't watch this part of the video. JK. Well, maybe, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. I should probably go to bed soon. I'm getting real tired here, and this is what happens when I commentate when I'm tired. I just kind of talk about nothing. We're gonna go into Secure Guard now off of this Amirage here, and then go for Invocation. That is going to grab a copy of Makaba to the field, and the Invocation effect is gonna recycle, add back the Alistair. So yeah, now I feel stupid for thinking that he could OTK using Amirage. I really thought it was like Clara and Rushka, but my bad on that. Alright, he's gonna go for a Servant next, sending Entis, and that is going to add a copy of Ecclesia to hand. Entis gonna pop, gonna summon Ecclesia. That effect is going to add a copy of Fleur-de-Lis, and just like that, this is game right here. Battle phase, no Nibiru. This is 5k, 75, and lethal. So that is GG's. right there. So despite his opponent drawing skill drain in every single game, game 3 he was able to send the dragon to pop it. Before he even flipped up, he just had the intuition, and he was able to take the game there. So that is a very, very promising sign. The Ashe on, the Kieran, it seems weak, but it can be strong if they don't have the means of following up. Because you keep in mind, like, if they're normal summoning, usually that's not a good sign for them. Like, they don't want to have to commit their normal summon a lot of the time. So, that's a very, very nice use of Ashe there, which allowed him to take over the game, basically, from that spot. Because his opponent only had the skill drain, and you just Shaddoll Dragon pop it. And that is the game. But that is going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative video content. If you want to, you can follow me on Discord, Twitter, or Twitch. All the links in the description as always. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.